Okay. So if you see here, yesterday we have been done with the configuration of enterprise structure setup. So we have been done with the company creation only. Today we are going to do the remaining part of the enterprise structure, as we have been discussed that enterprise structure of consisting of like a company code and business area. So this is the FI enterprise structure. With respect to our module FI, we have to do configuration. Okay. So if you see here, we have been like stopped here a creation of company. Now, right now we are going to create the company code. How to create the company code means nothing but like it's very quite easy. So define company code. What's the company code yesterday we have been created? Do you remember?
Bajaj Group.
Bajaj.
Yes, Bajaj Group means BAJGRP. How we have been created that? BAJGRP or what? Do you remember?
Yes, BAJGRP.
BAJGRP, correct?
GRP.
Yes. Yes. So I just want to check once, like we can go by the path and we can go by the transaction code. OX15 is the transaction code. So in order to check what we have to do, we have to log into the system by the launchpad. Double click on the SAP launchpad. And if you see here, just give me 1 minute. Continuously somebody is calling. 1 minute. Here you see here what we are doing, like I just want to check the company code, company which was being created by us, and I want to check it. So in order to check, like we have to go with the by sign into the SAP, like giving the user ID and password. So just just press enter. And if you see here, the SAP screen has been opened. So what is the T code? Like I have been told you, /n, you have to prefix /n whenever you go use the transaction code, you have to prefix /n, and OX15 is the transaction code. Just press enter and go to the position. What's the company we have been created? BAGRP, correct? BAJGRP. This is the one. So if you want to see in details, just select this line item and go to the details button and click over here. If you see here, yesterday we have been created this one only, no? BAGRP, Bajaj Group of Companies. It's like a Prakash Street. It is the Kains Kerala. That's what we have been given, no? Correct? This is the one we have been given.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we are going to create in enterprise structure consisting of like company code and business area. The second component is nothing but we have to create the company code. Company code is nothing but it's a legal entity. So it's a legal entity for which the financial accounting, statements has to be generated like P&L account and balance sheet items. So if you see here, what do you mean by legal entity? So a group is having subsidiaries, like one entity is nothing but we have to create for which entity we are going to do the configuration. Means the SAP has been like installed into the Bajaj group. In Bajaj group, they are having one legal entity, means like line of business is nothing but like Bajaj Motors, for suppose. So we have to set up for the Bajaj Motors. We have to do the configuration by doing the configuration with the help of like ERP, SAP. We have to configure into the system. Then only the employees who are working in the Bajaj group, Bajaj Motors in finance and accounts, the people can do the day-to-day transactions by using this ERP. Likewise, different departments are there. We can call as an organization unit. With respect to the functional consultant, the particular department, the module, the people will go and will do the configuration. As the part of we concern that we have to do the configuration in a financial accounting, means accounts and accounts department, we have to do it. We will allow to post the transaction by using the ERP SAP. So for that, what we have to do, we have to set up. We have to set up some entity. Which entity it is, like it was been incorporated with each entity, we will see and we will do it. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here we can call as like it's an organization unit. It's an organization unit in the financial accounting. As I have been told, no, for which A complete set of books of accounts are maintained for external reporting purpose to prepare the legal financial statements. So it is a legacy and legal entity. It's a company code is a legal entity, and we call as a company code in SAP. So this is about the this alpha 4 characters and this alpha numerical. I have been told you yesterday. So we have to create it. How to create the company code in SAP means, like if you see here, this is the document. In this document, the path is there as well as transaction code also mentioned over here. As per your convenience, you can go and you can do it. So I have been showing you the transaction code as well as I have been showing the path also. So this was been created by us company. Now we are going to create the company code. How to create the company code? If you see here, a company code is nothing but a group of companies can have several subsidiaries, and these subsidiaries are set up in a company code. So we have been taken as a Bajaj Group. In Bajaj Group, several subsidiaries is there. Means Bajaj Motors, or suppose a Bajaj Insurance, like if anything else like Bajaj, under the Bajaj Group, different entities are there. For a particular one entity, we call it as a company code. So for the particular entity only, we have to do the configuration for the particular entity. We allow them to post the transaction by using the SAP as ERP. If you see here, the path is nothing but SPRO. SPRO means what? SAP Project Reference Object. So we need some object reference. So that is the SPRO. SPRO. SAP Project Reference Object. Just press enter and it will move to the IMG. SAP reference. We want some reference to do and implement the project into the system. We want the reference. That reference is nothing but implementation guide. So we are implementing the project into by using the SAP as ERP. So the guidelines we have to follow, the guidelines which was being given by the SAP, we have to use that guidelines and we have to execute the project. So if you see here, just press enter, left click. If we are setting enterprise structure, in enterprise structure, second component, what we are doing the company code creation. If you see here, SPRO, IMG, and enterprise structure and definition. You have to go with the definition. We are setting the financial accounting enterprise. Financial accounts, we are setting the enterprise. So you have to go with this. And we have been defined the company. And if you see here, edit, copy, delete, check company code. This is the one. So what is the transaction code? OX02. So you have to go with the additional information and display key and IMG activity. If you see here, edit, copy, delete, check company code. If you see last 4 characters is there, no, OX02 is the transaction code and which was been mentioned over here. So what you have to do, you just click on this execute button. Clockwise symbol is there, no, it's a execute. Just left click over here and you choose the second one. So we are not copying the existing company to our company. So copy, delete, check company code means if you want to copy from other company code to your company code, you have to use this. So we are freshly creating the company code. Just double click over here. Yes, if you double click over here, these are the people has been created so many company codes. So what we have to do, we have to create our own company code. So what I'm creating is nothing but, okay, BAJM, Bajaj Motors. Bajaj Motors. Just Bajaj Motor, we can give PVT Ltd for suppose. So it is like registered name in the like as per the Companies Act, what is there, we will be creating as a particular entity. That is, we have been given the 4 characters BAJM. That is nothing but elaborately we have been written the name as company name as a Bajaj Motors Private Limited. So if you see here in which city it is, Kerala, country India, currency INR, and English language. These are the mandate fields to fill over here. So we have been told the system that this is the legal entity BAJM and company name is Bajaj Motors Private Limited. And if you see here, city is in Kerala. It was been located in Kerala and country is IN and currency is INR, language is EN. So these are the fields we have to do. Just you have to save it. After saving, you will be getting some other box like this. Title you have to give. This is the company. Which company it is nothing but like you have to give here. Bajaj. You can give Bajaj Motors. And if you want to give any fields, you can give this in the field. And if you want to add field, you can more fields you can add. And if you want to search like anything else, you can give the Bajaj. by searching the Bajaj, you will be getting this particular things, and the which street it is been there. Like we can go with the Prakash Street and 12A Crossroads. Like example, I'm giving the postal code is nothing but like you can give postal code six characters, and where it is situated in which country you have to give the country. India it is was situated, so you can select this and region. So in India, which state it is, like as the SAP has been given the states, like you can go and you can give like Kerala is the 11 which was been predefined, and post box number any if you can if you want to give you can give. This is optional. So these are the details will be given by the client only, don't worry. So based on that, we have to fill all the things. If you want to give any mobile numbers and telephone numbers, for suppose if you want to give any phone number 99887766, how many? 46800, like that. Telephone. This is the telephone number, not like this is the mobile number, no, just this is the telephone number. If you give here like a 0893725245678, like that. You can give any mobile landline, any fax, any email ID you can give, like that you can give. These are the optionals. So just put a tick mark over here and it will be generating the transport request. So if you see here, while generating the transport request, we have been created the transport request yesterday, Bajaj group of companies. So you have to select this and you have to save it. So it was being stored in the database through the transport request number and in the form of table. So the system is like a little bit of slow. That's the reason system is taking some time to save it. Okay, data was
Yes,
saved.
yes. Sir, how you have selected that before it was Tata Group, right? You have selected Bajaj Motors. How you have selected? You have entered it or you have selected?
I have been selected. I will let you know next step. I will be showing. Okay. So own request is there. No, you have to click on own request. I am creating so many things. No, like having new other batches. So within that, what we have to do? What is our group? I have been gone there and I put the cursor and I have been click on tick symbol and it will become the transport request, which was been like our transport request is there. Through the transport request, it will be stored in the database. Okay. In next step, I will show you again. You feel much more comfort. Okay. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have been created the company code. Now, next step, what we have to do? So, as per the enterprise structure, three steps we have to perform. Next step is the business area. So, as been told you yesterday, like we have to take the information from the client, whether he is having the group of companies. So, we have to go with the company, and in that group of company, for which legal entity we are doing the configuration, we have to take the information that we have been created the company code as Bajaj Motors. Now onwards, Bajaj Motors is our legal entity. So we have to do the configuration, all the configuration for the Bajaj Motors only. So the business area, what do you mean by business area? The branches. For suppose the Bajaj Motors having the branches in like in Kerala, like Cochin and Trivandrum. So we have to create two branches. So how to create it? So we will see here. If you see here, the business area means it represents a separate area of operation of an organization, which is used mainly for the internal reporting. So what is the use of this particular thing is nothing but one legal entity is having the branches in other cities means we can take it as a business areas. So if you create the business area, so suppose the corporate office in like in Kerala, some other place in Cochin, and he is having like other branch in like particular Trivandrum. So when we got any invoice from this particular region Trivandrum, so the in corporate office they will be keep on posting the transaction for the particular place. So by business area, if they put the business area for the Trivandrum means the internal management, if they want to know about the what are the expenses has been incurred for the particular Trivandrum branch means we can retrieve the data very easily with respect to the business areas. So that's the reason we have been mentioned here internal reporting. So if you see here, this is the transaction code and this is the path. And this is the path like SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and we define the business area. So if you see here next to this step only, we will be having just come down is the business area. If you see here, define company and company code and business area in one sequence. If you see here, the transaction code is OX02, and if you see here, which was been mentioned in the document also OX03, OX03. So you can go with the directly by prefixing the slash and OX03. You can move to the screen directly, or else you can go with the path also. Just if you see here, just execute symbol is there. Just click on left click over there, and you have to set up the business areas, means branches. So how many branches are there for the Bajaj Motors? We'll take the necessary information from the client and we have to create it. Go to the new entries and I'm giving the BAJA 3. I'm giving. So if you see here, Cochin branch, Cochin, Cochin underscore our company code I will give. BAJM. No, we have been given company code. Am I correct? Yes. Just
Yes,
for our
sir.
understanding, like this, if you see here, there are few characters it will take. So that's the reason I'm VAJA starting three letters. C is Cochin, and I have been mentioned that Cochin branch, and for the particular company code, I have been given for our identification. Likewise, if you see here, BAJA in Kerala, what are the places are there? Trivandrum. I'm telling that BAJ for the company code. So many people will be creating in the server system. So for the uniqueness, you can identify that if you give BAJC, and if you see here, C means Cochin, like BAJM is nothing but like it's a company code. So that's the like I have been taken and I want to save it. If you see here, this week Ajaj group of companies has been here. Earlier I went to this own request. In this, which request is there? We have been created that request. I have been put this cursor and I put the tick mark over there. Then it will be changing. So this is the way I have been created. Just put a tick mark and the data will be saved. So what we have been done, three steps we have been done: company, company code, business area. And fourth step is nothing but like we have to tell that this particular company code BAJM belongs to the particular group, Bajaj group. How the system will know? We have to assign the company code to the company. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Group means like different entities is there. So we have to link this particular company code belongs to the particular company, means group of company. So I have been told you yesterday that company is nothing but like a company can have n number of subsidiaries, a number of company codes. So Bajaj Group is having different entities, subsidiaries like Bajaj Motors, Bajaj Finance, Bajaj like insurance, like so many entities is there. We have to tell the system this all the entities belongs to the particular group. That's the reason we have been told the group no. So we have been one entity. So this entity belongs to particular group. We have to tell. So how to assign this? If you see here, assign company code to company. OX16 is the transaction code and this is the path. SPRO enterprise structure. Here, if you see here, assignment is there. So what we have to do? Come back. Okay, I want to minimize all the screens without any confusions. Just close this and you can close this. If you see here, this is the screen. In enterprise structure, if you see here, financial accounting, and if you see here, 1 minute. Yes, enterprise structure assignment. You have to go with the assignment. Don't just where is that assignment? You have to minimize the definition and you have to go with the assignment. Assignment, financial accounting, assign company code to company. What is the transaction code? Last four characters which was been mentioned over here, OX16. This is the transaction code. If you see here, just click on execute button. And if you see here, go to the position and you have to give what's the company code? BAJM. From here onwards, you have to remember your company code. Everything we are doing the defining and assigning to our company code. So we make ready the configuration for the particular company code BAJM, Bajaj Motors. So we have been set up in finance and accounts department. We are implementing the project and configuring with the particular things for the particular accounts and finance department. Why we are doing means we are allowing to post the transaction by the end users in the company. So now onwards, what we define, we have to assign to the company code. These are the main things like defining and assigning. This is the link between the each and everything. So you have to go with the company code and put a tick mark over here. And you have to tell that this company code belongs to which group? BA,
PAJ
J,
GRP.
BAJGRP. You have to save it. And again, it will be generating the transport request. To the transport request, it will be stored in the database. Just click here. This is the way to assign it. So we have been completed the
Sir,
enterprise
the
structure.
transport request each time when we will save, the transport request will be same or it is changing?
It's the same. If you see here, if you just observe that, you will be knowing that. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You just keep on observing, then you have to tell to me that is same or not. Just observe. Okay. Okay, till now we have been completed this enterprise structure. We have been set up the enterprise structure. Enterprise structure of consisting of company, company code, business area. These are the three things we have been done. So after that, what we have to do, like we have to move to the basic settings. What do you mean by basic settings? I will let you know. So for this is the configuration we have been done. Just press enter and I want to exit from the SAP and I want to close this and I want to explain a few topics like in basic settings, what are there. First of all, we have to know about the theory and after knowing the theory, we have to move to the practical, like we have to do the configuration. If you are not knowing about these things, how can you do the this thing like configuration? So we have to understand in basic settings. If you see here, the posting period variant, physical year variant, field status variant, these are the things is there. What is this, all the things? What do you mean by variant? First of all, you have to understand the variant. Generally, what do you mean by variant? Variant is an object, correct? Variant. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Variant is an object. You define some object and that object should be linked to something. Like if you tell that, for suppose, for example, I'm giving a just a, for if you have been purchased any car, they will give the one variants. Like this is the variant of V1, V2, V3 like that. If you go for the Maruti, the ZXi, VXi, somewhat like variants they will mention. So what are those variants? That's an object. Like of course the car is same, engine, tires and all the features are different, but they put one name as that thing and that variant name they will be assigned to the particular class so that in that car that variant you have to choose it. So that's the variant. For example, I'm telling here, if here you have to understand that variant is nothing but an object. You have to define the object and you have to assign the object to particular uh, company code. For what sake we are doing all those things, like for the company code we are doing the configuration. So we have to define one thing and we have to assign that thing to the particular company code, then only the company code full-fledgedly configured. So how the system will be directly linked to other thing, in between we have to put one variant. This is an object. So if you see here, I would like to say you that variant principle is there. So if you see here, you will be understanding. The variant principles is the three steps method used in SAP to assign the particular properties to one or more objects. Three steps is nothing but we have to define the variant. One object we have to put it. For suppose we are using one financial year. So how the system will be knowing that we are using the financial year? We have to fix one variant and we have to give the what are the financial year we are using. We have to mention over there. After that, we have to assign to the company code that we are using this financial year. So that is the variant principle. Like we have to define one object and we have to, after define the object, we have to give the description for the object that determine the value for the variant and assign the variant to the object. These are the three steps like we call as a variant principle. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So here we define one object. For suppose X, you put one X. What is X? X you have been put. What is X? You have to give the description for that. So the X belongs to the financial year we are using April to March, for suppose. Okay. You have been put X and you have been defined that this is the object. And how the system company code will be knowing that we have to link them. So then only the system will understand. So this object will be assigned to the particular company code. So if you do, then you will be understand. This is the variant first of all. So variant principles are used for assigning below properties to the object. So it's the object, define field status variant, physical year variant, posting period variant, and chart of account. These are all called, yeah, up to here you have to understand. Field status variant, physical year variant, posting period variant. These are the variants we have to create. First of all, you have to understand. I've been told you that variant is an object. So How the system will know that whether you are using this object? So you have to define the object and you have to give the description for the object and we have to assign that object to the particular company code. Then the system will understand that you are using this object has been assigned to company code. If you see here, to assign the business transaction to different periods, you have to define a physical year with the posting periods. So here in SAP, first of all, we have been set up the enterprise structure. In enterprise structure, so first of all, as per the basics, like what we have to understand, as per the accounting, what we do the posting of the transactions. In order to post the transaction, we have to decide that which fiscal year, which financial year they are using, correct? You have to understand, no? While posting the transaction, you have to give the dates and years. So initially, you have to set up that which financial year they are using. So either it may be a calendar year or non-calendar year. What is the difference between the calendar and non-calendar year? A physical year consisting of 12 months, correct? Physical year means nothing but accounting year we can call as. In SAP, we call as a fiscal year or financial year or accounting year. Three are same, but in SAP, we are in SAP what we are what we call as a fiscal year. So one financial year consisting of 12 months. And here the financial year called as in SAP is called fiscal year. In SAP, we are called as a 12 periods. One period is equal to 1 month. Okay. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Madhukar? Hello, Madhukar? Are
Madhukar
you
is
there?
not uh, joined. I think he left, I guess, due to
I
network
went to
issue. I don't
offline,
know.
sir.
Oh, went off.
Yeah.
Praveen, are you getting, no?
Yes.
Okay. So here, first of all, in the basic settings, we will learn the physical year means like a which financial year you're using the company, like a Bajaj Motors is there. For Bajaj Motors is our client. So we have to take the inputs that which financial year they are using, which accounting they are using. These are the terms like we use in SAP is nothing but fiscal year. So whatever the financial year is there, it consisting of 12 months. So here in SAP, physical accounting year called as a fiscal year and a month is nothing but a period. So we call as a fiscal year and fiscal year consisting of 12 periods. Periods are nothing but months. Understood? Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, one more, we have to derive one more question here. So whether he is using the calendar year or non-calendar year. Calendar year means what?
It's Jan to December.
Very good, very good. Jan to December, we casually in our houses or anything else, we follow the calendar year only, Jan to December, correct? Do you agree?
Yes.
Throughout the world, Jan to December, no?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yes. So just I want to like one time. So Jan to December. Jan to December is the calendar year and non-calendar year means other than the calendar year. For suppose like as per the needs and requirement of the particular client, if they is following the calendar year, Jan to December. If is not following the calendar year, as per the Indian books of standards, like we are following April to March, is a non-calendar year, correct?
Yes, yes. From
Yes.
April to
So
March.
April to March. So these are the main things. Like you have to understand the calendar year, Jan to December, and non-calendar year also we follow like as per like we follow in India, April to March is the financial year. So we have to decide whether the company code, like particular entity is like a client, Bajaj Motors is using the which financial year they are using, whether the calendar year, non-calendar year. If he is using the calendar year, we can go with the calendar year. If he is using non-calendar means like we have to ask that which financial year they are using. April to March or September to October, July to June. It may have no some like non-calendar years, correct? Generally in India we use the April to March. Understood? These are the fiscal year, like we are fiscal year. Fiscal year is consisting of like 12 periods, means 12 months. Like you define the fiscal year as a variant, and that is assigned to the company code. The fiscal year variant contains the definition of posting periods and special periods. I will let you know the special posting periods. So if you see here, just I want to make sure that understandable very easily. So if you see here, this is the thing I am discussing. So if you see here, fiscal year variant, you just forget about this transaction codes. Physical year so called as a financial year is the time period which is used to prepare the financial statement in an organization. Do you agree with this? Why we have to uh, create the fiscal year means like which financial year their client is using means in order to post the transactions, and not only the post the transaction, we have in order to generate the financial statement, the fiscal year is most important for us to prepare the financial statement. So April to March is our financial year. So April to March is consisting of 12 months. In 12 months they have to close the books of accounts. After finishing the 12 months, the new fiscal years we have to open. Correct? Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Yes. So if you see here, with the help of physical year variant, SAP determines whether the financial year is a calendar year, non-calendar year. Correct? In physical year variant, we also specify the number of posting periods for financial year. So this is about the physical year variant. So variant is nothing but an object. So that object mention that description that we have to put one object, and that object we have to describe that this is the uh, fiscal year and this is the April to March we have to define. And after defining the object, same object we have to assign to the particular company code so that the system will understand that we are following this fiscal year. So that is the defining of the variant and assigning of the variant. That's the thing. So we will be creating and you will be understanding very well. So if you see here, SAP has given the few predefined fiscal year variants. Already SAP has given pre-delivered one. So variants has been given. What are those variants? If you have been like the client has been told that they are using calendar year, Jan to December. So you can opt K4. This is the variant K4 which was been pre-delivered by the SAP. Variant is nothing but an object they have been in K4, and they have been mentioned the description calendar year, that is Jan to December. Understood? So V3 is the variant which was been pre-delivered by the SAP, and they have been mentioned that it's a non-calendar year April to March, and many more are there. So these are the two things like whether the client has to go for the calendar year or non-calendar year. Correct? Whatever it may be, but it consisting of 12 months to fulfill the one accounting year. Correct? Are you getting, Ashmita?
Yes, sir, I'm getting. I
Is
got
any
it all.
confusion? Got it?
Yes, yes, no
इसमें
confusion.
okay. Praveen, is there any
Clear, sir.
confusion?
Clear.
It's clear,
Clear.
no?
Clear.
Just a general thing only. First of all, if you want anything else means you have to take the inputs from the particular thing. Here, as per the accounting, what we have to do is like we have to ask the client that which accounting year you're using. There will be two only. One is calendar year, non-calendar year. If he is going for the calendar year, Jan to December. If he is going for the non-calendar, we have to ask, what's your fiscal year starting from?
If we need to insert a example from December to November, then what is the like K4 V3 is there, no? What we have to use
Yes.
then?
We have to use like what are the predefined is there V3, just we have to copy and we have to change that thing as per our variant name, and we have to mention that November to December. I will let you know, okay? In configuration
Okay,
step, I
okay.
will clearly let you know. For an
Means
instance,
these two are already initiated by SAP.
SAP. So we
If
can
we need
use
any
this.
if we
We
need any
can use
corrections means
this.
we have to edit the
We have
V3.
to, yes,
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
So why? Because dependent and dependent things has been there assigned. Already the program was been created background. So we have to use this either if you want to go for the calendar year, you have to go with the core 4. And if you want to go for the non-calendar year, we have to go for the V3. In non-calendar year, April to March means we can use this. If the client is going for the July to June, then what we have to do, we have to copy this variant and we have to change as per our convenience. Then we have to mention over there that is July to June. Okay,
Okay, okay.
understood? As per the calendar year, there is no problem. Why? Because the sequence come from Jan to December, fulfilling in one calendar 12 months. As per the non-calendar year only, it will be starting on the mid like even though the calendar is starting from Jan to December, January is the first month, but we are starting as April is the first month here. Why? Because we are using non-calendar year as a financial year. So some logic is here. Understood? I will let you know. Don't worry. Okay. So here for an instance, what you have to understand is nothing but we have been set up the enterprise structure. Now we have been came with the basic settings. In basic settings, the basic thing first thing is nothing but fiscal year. Fiscal year is nothing but a accounting year or financial year. So we have to ask the client that which financial year he are using. Again, I'm telling that calendar year, non-calendar. And if it's calendar year, no worries, Jan to December. Okay. If it is non-calendar year only, then we have to ask which year is the starting month for the non-calendar year. If we hold that April to March, we can go to V3. That's the difference. Okay. I understood, no? In while doing the configuration, I will let you know all those things. What is K4, V3, how to create our own variant name, not only this K4 and V3. I will let you know all those things. For an instance, you have to understand this thing. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Okay. So if you see here, what we are going to see is nothing but here, the next one is posting period variant. So what here itself you will be understanding. Period is month. Variant is one object. Posting means when we are going to post in which period. Are you getting? So if you see here, just don't think about this. These are the transaction codes. Okay, don't think. Like I have been the further reference, I have been given these things. So posting period variant controls the posting of transaction for specific period. Means for suppose we have been decided that we are going for the calendar year Jan to December. Okay, we have been fixed that to a company code we have been assigned. So whenever the user is keep on posting the transaction, it will be starting as January is the first month and December is the 12th month. There is no issue. So posting period variant means when they are going to post the transaction at the time the specific period they have to mention. For suppose they are posting the transaction this month. As per the calendar year Jan to December, this which what is the month number? This is the ninth month, correct? September is the ninth month. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
As per
Why?
calendar year, it is 9 months only.
That's what I'm telling. As per the non-calendar, what is this month? Starting from April is the first month. April is the first month. May is the second month. June is the third month. Fourth month is July. Fifth month is August. Sixth month is the
Sixth month.
September.
Sixth month.
Correct? How many
Yes.
months are differing here? 3 months are differing. Correct?
Yes.
As so I'm talking about the calendar year only. When I talk about this, like while doing the configuration, I will briefly explain just for this particular posting period means period means nothing but month. How many months will be there in the year? 12 months. So 12 periods we can call in SAP. Understood? Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is the difference. If you have been seeing that Jan to December, 12 months is. If you have been started from April, April is the first month, and as per the thing, 12th, ninth month is the December. Why? Because 3 months are differing. Again, after completion this December, the calendar will shift to New Year, correct? That is 2026. Even though it's shifting the New Year, the Jan, February, March are the 3 months are pending to fulfill the fiscal year for the non-calendar year. Am I correct?
Yes.
Is there any confusions, Ashmika? Ashmita or Ashmika?
It's Ashmita.
Ashmita. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't be get confused. I just want to give clarity over here. Here the thing is nothing but the posting period variant means we have to put one object. That's how we have for suppose like 2 characters or anything else we have to do and we have to define that this is the posting period variant for the particular company code. And after that, what we have to do? We have to assign means like we have to assign this posting period variant to company code. So these are the things we are using like that. So before assigning that, what is the use of this posting period variant? Posting period variant use is nothing but it controls the posting of transaction for specific period. Means the users who are posting the transaction day to day on month basis, correct? This month is September. So if the user has been forgotten the August invoice to post, that is the 31st of the August, he is supposed to post the transaction. He has been forgotten to post. If he post in the September month, means like if the September month is came, no, he does not he does not allow to post the August month. Why? Because that month has been closed. So he won't have the access to the post to the transaction previous previous month posting. Understood? In order to avoid all those things, The control has been given that the period which was been open for suppose this month is open, September month. Only this month only invoices can be posted like invoice or payments, anything else. The user cannot go back and enter the backdated invoices or payments. So that's the control. It will be there. If you see here, the posting means the entry is posting. Period means month. Variant means object. Controls the posting of transaction. Whenever he is going to post the particular transaction for specific month only, he is allowed to post. Now he is allowed to post only September month only. If he is trying to post the August month, the system won't allow him to post the transaction. That's the control. Understood? If you see here, posting period variant, we have been put one name. From period means like from which month to which month it was been open, then the month has been given over here. For suppose, as per the calendar year, which month? Ninth month. If I put 9 month from to ninth month, 2025, 2025 means it should be like understandable like that. Only the September month only he has to post the invoices or payment, any transaction related, he's supposed to post in this particular month. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Nashmita?
Yes, understood.
Everything what I'm explaining after configuration while posting the transaction, I will definitely link with this all those things, how it will be the controls and all those things. For an instance, you just understand what I have been told. While doing the configuration, you will be getting something, and while posting the transaction, I have been told no posting of transaction. There you will be seeing this result, how will be the control and all those things. If you won't put this control, the users will neglect the posting of transaction. There won't be the accuracy. So, for example, if I can quote over here, if for suppose if this thing control is not there means like what will happen, August month has been finished between previous 2 days back, so he has been forgotten to post the transaction and he has been realized the 2 days date, so now he is posting backdated entries means the system allows to post him means like what will be the impact. So while posting the transaction vendor invoice, vendor will allow the 30 periods of credit period. For suppose he will be counting from 2 days back, correct? So this guy is like posting like a 2 days invoice. Today's date means the 2 days is lagging. So the day invoice, the day payments has to be done within that month only. Then only it will count. Accuracy will be there. Due to that, the management will be given the control to open the periods. Whatever the specific period, current month, that month should be open to post the transactions. Understood,
Yes.
Praveen?
Yes, sir, clear.
Clear, no? Yes. So this is about the posting period variant. So these are the variants. I have been put in one sequence that physical year variant, posting period variant, and field status variant. What do you mean by field status variant? So if you see here, field status variant. The field status variant control the fields which appear during the transaction posting. Transaction posting means what? We are posting one transaction. For suppose GL account we are posting. If you are posting the GL account, what are the fields will be there? Text, narrations, these are the fields will be there. I will let you know. This will be you will be comfortable while posting the transactions. I will closely can show you all those things. The controls is there. So before that, we have to do this basic setting. If we don't do the basic setting configuration, we can't move ahead. So that's the reason I have been put in one sequence and I am explaining theory first, and we will move to the practically we do the configuration. Then you will be getting better understanding. After posting the transaction, I will correlate with these things. What we have been done, you just write it on piece of paper. So while posting the transaction, I will be correlate with this thing that, and you will be understanding 100%. If you see here, this is the end user screen I have been told. The users will be keep on posting the transaction in the financial accounting module, general ledger for suppose. In general ledger, what they will do, they will be entering the GL account document. At the time, you just double click over here and they will give the document date, posting date. And if you see here, if you see my battery is low. Okay. So which GL account has to be debit, which GL account has to be credit, we will give. This is the header data, this is the line item base. If you see here, these are the fields which appear during the posting. What are the fields? Value date, text, assignment. This text is nothing but narration. For suppose, if you don't want this text, means like if you don't want to fill this text, So where will be the control? In the field status variant. So if we come here, if you put the suppress, then the field won't appear over here. The system won't ask you to fill this field. So this is the control. That's what I have been told you, that the field status variant control the fields which appear during the transaction posting. While posting this transaction, which are the fields is available over here, these field will be controlled by the field status variant. So what will be there? As suppress, required, and optional. If I put suppress, the hide, that the field will be hide. If I put required, that field while posting the transaction, this field is there, no particular field text is there, no, this field you have to give the mandate field over there. If I put here optional tick mark for this particular text, so if you see here, this text is there, no, this text where either your will or wish you can give the details or not. Understood? Likewise, some fields will be there that controlled by the field status variant. Suppress, required, and optional. If you put particular field, suppress means it's hide, required means you have to give the mandate over there, optional means your will or wish you can give or not. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the variant principle, these are the variant. We have to define and we have to assign to our company code. So now onwards, we are doing some defining object, and that object should be linked to the particular company code. Why we have to link the object means how the system will know that particular entity that we are using this fiscal year, this posting period variant, then this field status variants and all those things. We have to create one define object and we have to link that object by assigning to the company code. We are doing for the particular legal entity the configuration. So that's the reason we have to define some object and we have to assign that object to the particular company code. Then it will be full-fledgedly the configured has to be done. How the system is know that which physical year we are using. So we have to define and we have to assign to the company code. Likewise, we defining and assignment. These are the two things we have to do, linking with each and everything with the company code to full-fledgedly doing the configuration. Then only we have to do the data posting the data, then only the end users who can do the posting. If you are not done this all those thing configuration, how can they do the transaction? So the that's the reason like we call as the functional consultant of the respective module F5. Understood? Understood, Ashmita?
Yes, understood.
Okay, here I will stop. Why? Because if I go move next one means you may get confused. So up to here, you just have a look and just listen this video and make a notes as per your understanding. If you have any doubts, just come to me. Just I will resolve it. And again in next class, I will brush up all those things in simple manner. And while doing the configuration, you will be understanding like 60 to 70%. And after posting, this will be impact like all the things. Then you will be knowing all those things 100%. So that's the thing. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Hello?
It's clear for me.
Is
I
clear?
don't
No?
have any.
Yes.